hope you're having a great day. It's Friday, yay. So I see we got some donations. Let me confirm those real quick while I have a second. I do have Kendra on the list, and I think Eliana as well. Eliana, I did get your confirmation on your reading. Thank you. Okay, so Kendra wants the audio. And Eliana wants the typed. So we already have 2 people on the list so far for the donated and orders list. So if you are interested in placing an order and you don't want to wait too long, my suggestion is just go ahead and donate now. Kendra, I got your donation, the second part of it. Thank you. And start the clock. Give me 1 second while I start my timer. Everyone will be able to ask a yes or no question once the clock starts. You just have to make sure you're following the instruction in the description, okay? You love the music. Hello. How are you? Is it Bria? Hello and welcome. Thanks for being here. So if you guys are new, just make sure you're reading the description box to see how to be added to the free list. Make sure you are following the instruction to be added to the free list. If you do not read the description and follow the instruction, I'm sorry to say that you will be skipped over. Again, the free list is picked at random. We do try to get to everybody and go in order. Nafisa, hello and welcome back. Beauty, what's up? I was actually thinking about you yesterday. I don't know why, it just popped in my head. Make sure you're following the description for today's instruction. There's a keyword for today. Make sure you check that every day because it does change. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. The first is going to be Sanch. Spirit, does Sam still love Sanch? Yes or no, please? highest best if I give S Aquarius a chance to be my friend? Yes or no for Kevin, please? Yes, it will be in your highest good. 2 of Cups. Rashima. Will Lamar and I spend time together soon? Will Lamar and I spend time together soon? Yes or no? Yes, I see some changes happening. You guys will spend some time together. Shelby. Will Capricorn fly me out to him? Will the Capricorn fly me out to him? Shelby wants to know. Spirit, show me a yes or a no, please. They're still weighing their options. Shelby, I have 2 of Pentacles. I think it's leaning towards a yes, but it's not a confident yes right now. It's a maybe. Priscilla. Will James come forward with a relationship? Yes or no, Spirit, for Priscilla? Will James come forward with a relationship? Yes, your wishes will be fulfilled. 9 of Cups. Make sure you are reading the description to be added. I'm working through the list right now, but if you are skipped over, it's because you did not follow the instruction in the description. For today, Kendra, will I book a lead film role by the end of the year? Yes or no? I am getting yes. Wheel of Fortune, luck is on your side. Sweet Taboo with love. I think you are new here. We welcome you. Let me get your question answered. 1 second. Does Abdul feel some kind of way that I have been talking to him? Please show me a yes or a no for Sweet Taboo with love. Yeah, I would say that's a positive feeling that they have. It's the 3 of Cups. Sometimes signifies third parties, but it also talks about celebrations and something to be happy about. So it feels positive. Just Chantel. Is Paolo trying to copy my twin flame Oliver? Ever since I left Paulo, or let Paulo know the page and said twin flame is Oliver. Show me a yes or a no. Yeah, I have the Page of Cups, which is a yes when it comes to like feelings. And we also have the 7 of Swords, which talks about kind of like sneaky, under the radar energies. So maybe so. It feels like a yes to me. Just Chantel. Bria, I'm going to go ahead and answer your question because you are new here. But make sure moving forward you read the description to be added to the free list, okay? And I answer 1 question at a time per stream. So one question per person. If you want additional yes or no's answers, you can definitely donate. The price list is in the description. Bria says, will my YouTube channel be successful? Yes or no for Bria? I am getting a yes. The Fool. Are you just starting off, Bria? Is this something new? Queen Bee. Will the Virgo text or call me this week, please? Will the Virgo text or call me, Queen Bee? I am getting a yes, Queen Bee. Jerica, does Jarrett regret losing me? Does Jarrett regret losing me? Yes or a no for Jerica? Yes, Ace of Cups. We We have about 8 minutes on the clock. I'm still working through the free list. You're welcome, Kevin, Sant, Shelby, Rashima, Priscilla, Kendra. You're welcome. All right, so Corin, welcome back. Does my person truly love me? Yes or no? I am getting a yes, the Sun and the King of Cups. Nafisa says, current feelings of Wahid. So it is a yes or no that I do for free, so make sure you're rearranging that to a yes or no question. Nafisa. Eliza. Does Hussein Shadi miss me today? Yes or no for Eliza? Yeah, I would say they are missing you today. They're probably not spending all their time thinking about you, but there is a feeling of missing you in the background, I would say, yes. Still working through the free list, guys. So, Indigenous, if you are new here, hello and welcome. If I try the 2-cup method again, will it be successful? Indigenous wants to know if I try the 2-cup method again, will it be successful? And thank you again for following the description. So you have the Justice card where it talks about cause and effect, doing something and getting the desired results. So I would feel like that is a yes for Indigenous. It also talks about consequences as well if your intentions aren't pure. So I'm not sure what exactly you're doing, but just keep that in mind. Queen Bee, I did answer your question. Jerica, I got your question. Empress. Does Puja have a good impact on Sanu's life? Yes or no? I have a yes. The Fool. Bria said yes, it's new. You got the Fool as well, Bria. So that's probably why that card came through. It's like fresh start. You're welcome. You're welcome, Queen. Okay, so this is the restructured yes or no question for Nafisa. Does Wahid love me? Should be a yes or a no. Their feelings for you are more practical in nature. They like communicating with you. So whether you're in communication or not, they like the conversations and interactions you've had. So I'm leaning towards a yes. The King of Swords feels like a yes card for me, but it's not a very emotional card. So yeah, I'll just go with yes. Leon by Eliana, will I be hearing from Jay today? So far, he's been quiet. Eliana says, will I be hearing from Jay today? So far, he's been quiet. Yes or no, Spirit, for Eliana's question. Maybe. We have the 7 of Cups. It talks about kind of thoughts in the air, but it hasn't really been grounded, which I think you know, Eliana. I think you read tarot, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember. But yeah, it seems like a strong maybe. There's not many maybes that come out of all these cards. That is one of them. So maybe they kind of got their head in the clouds today and they've got other things on their mind. But I feel like the luck could change for sure. So I'm leaning towards a yes, but it's not decided at this time. You're welcome, Jerica. You're welcome, Corin. or Shivy, make sure you are reading the description to see how to be added to the free list. If your question gets skipped over today, guys. Oh, okay, Shivy, I saw you posted 2 separate comments. Make sure you put them together next time so I don't overlook you, okay? So Shivy says, is marrying my boyfriend best for me as compared to marrying my parents' recommendation? Yes or no? I am getting a no with the tower, Shivy. I feel like I don't know, it just seems like your whole world's kind of just like crashing down around you with the tower. I will say follow what's in your heart. If you have doubts about the person that you're with, then Spirit is guiding you towards your parents' recommendation. That's what it feels like to me. Beauty says, I sent Cash App. Just don't put names for mine. You got it, Beauty. I definitely try to be very discreet. Sometimes it's an honest mistake. I do apologize, but I will make sure that I don't say anyone's names. Beauty, I will confirm that donation in just a second. Rashima says, have a beautiful weekend. Thank you. The free session is still going for another minute and a half. You're welcome, everybody. If I have gone through the whole list. If I skipped over anyone, it's because you guys didn't put the keyword or the key emoji. In order to do that, you have to read the description. Beautiful Love says, is it best for my husband and I to move out and live on our own? Beautiful Love, is it best and in Beautiful Love's highest good for her and her husband to move out and live on their own? Yes or no? I am getting a yes. 6 of Wands. Sarah, will I permanently settle in the U.S. after marriage? Yes, Sarah. Eliza, will I still be able to recover full body alignment even after my break with my mom? Yes or no? It's for Elisa. Elisa, not right now. It's the 5 of Cups. It feels like a loss. Is that supposed to say break with your mom? Or yeah, it just feels like you got some heaviness going on with you. I think down the road for sure. But I think that you've got some things you got to work out before you can get there, okay? About 30 seconds on the clock. Mahi Bea, will my future spouse's zodiac sign be water? Yes or no? I am getting a no, Maya. A Walters, or Mahi Bea, sorry. Does Lizzie have romantic feelings for me? Yes or no? I'm getting a yes. 6 of Pentacles. Sharia, is it best to move on from Sade? Yes or no? I'm getting a no. Sharia, I'm getting a no. If you are new to me today, I will still answer your question, but the free list is closed for everyone else. Yeah, at least it said a break. Okay. Sorry, guys. Some of y'all just kind of missed the cutoff there of the list. The free list is closed. Oh, nope. You're welcome, guys. You're welcome to everyone I was able to get to. All right, I'm going to go ahead and confirm donations now. If anyone wants to know the prices, you can check out the menu in the description box. Okay, so I got a typed for beauty confirmed. Beautiful Love donated. Okay, let me confirm that one. Thank you, Beautiful Love. All right, so Beautiful Love did for an audio. Let me update my list. Right, is that everybody on the list? If you guys could check it out, make sure that if you donated, you're on it. If you did donate and I did not have you added to the list, please let me know now so I can confirm that. Kendra, whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and post your question. Okay, so Eliana also wants audio. Okie dokie. Let's go check that out here. Eliana, I did get it. Thank you. So the only person I have typed is for beauty. Master Manifester. I was talking about you a couple weeks ago. I was like, where have they been? Kendra says, can you look into the role I'm auditioning for tonight? Any messages? And even if you will see if I will get the part or not, it's for a feature and the role is Billy. Spirit, will Kendra get the part of Billy in this role that she's auditioning for? Will she get the part of Billy? Give me a yes or no, please. I'm leaning towards a yes, actually. Tell me about this role, please. Give me any information that Kendra should know going into this audition. It's going to pay well. They will like you. I feel like competition's pretty strong for this one. It feels like you're in the lead for this though. Like the Six of Wands is here, the Ace of Pentacles. I think going into it, it's important that you, I guess, like come across like hardworking, well rehearsed. Like, because I think it's like, yes, it's good if you look the part or you're really good at your craft, but I also feel like it's important that you show punctuality. The Spirit's kind of telling me like, make sure you're either, are you submitting a tape or are you actually going there? I'm just like trying to figure out, like, make sure that if it's a tape, it's submitted before schedule or before it's time or due or something like that. There's like a cutoff, be early, because what they're really paying attention to is work ethic tonight. Okay, so if there is a deadline, make sure that you don't like wait to the very last minute to get sent. It definitely, like, just keep in mind that like the more callbacks you get for this, that you continue to show professionalism, because it's one thing to look the part, it's one thing to do the part well, but if they feel like they can't rely on you or that you're not professional, they may not consider it. There's just something about professional aspect of it. I would just try to get it submitted as quickly as you can. But again, I have the Wheel of Fortune here. If the lead part is Billy, I think that it's very possible that this is the lead role that you were asking about in your yes or no question, because the Wheel of Fortune is showing up again in this reading. But I feel like you're at the top of the list. You have the upper hand with the Seven of Wands. I see you traveling for this role. Six of Swords. Putting the past in the past. It's due tonight. I was supposed to do it this morning when my acting coach had to reschedule. Oh, damn. That sucks. Let's see. What is the outcome of this audition? By the way, I have no idea, like, if you guys can hear me well or not, but I just realized that the background music is kind of loud, so hopefully you've been able to hear me well. Spirit, what is the overall outcome of this audition for Kendra? What is the overall outcome of this audition that she's auditioning for tonight? The Two of Wands in this reading can is kind of giving me like specifically for your situation, like rehearsing. Because Two of Wands talks about planning, preparation, not actually like actually action based. It's like all in the mind, but it does feel like you're maybe decisions being made. Well, let me keep pulling some more cards here. Yeah, honestly, I feel like they're gonna go through all the auditions that they get and they're gonna be like, no, this one isn't it. They're gonna kind of know like within the first 15 seconds, like, yeah, this is the person, or no, this isn't the person. I'm kind of getting like until you show up, then you start to give a little bit more color to the character. Yeah, it feels like it's like seeing your audition does give them hope for Billy. I see with the Ace of Wands, they really like you. I feel like they are attracted to you. We have a lot of fiery energy here. Is this role decided by a man? Because I do have female energies in this reading, but it's like I'm specifically being drawn to the masculine that are making the decisions. Unless it's like a couple. But anyways, it feels good. Yeah, not romantic. Attraction, like they really are excited about this role and like the idea of having someone like you play the part. Like, that's what I mean. Okay, that could be why. Because I see 2 feminine energies, 3 masculine energies. So I was like more drawn to the masculine energy. Yeah, I don't know. Something is like telling me it is. I'm trying to understand the acting coach situation. Like, do you feel like you can't audition for it without their guidance? Because something about it like makes me worry. Hopefully they can get you to you and get you to you in enough time before it's due. But like, I worry about you submitting this at the very last minute. Like, that's something that I feel like is going to be a turnoff for them. No. I wasn't getting like love vibes or anything like that. I was just thinking like excitement. Eliana, whenever you're ready, you can post your question. Okay, perfect. Kendra, that's actually really good. Okay. You're giving plenty of a few hours in advance. That's going to show them like a good work ethic and punctuality. I wanted to get coaching done with it, and I need a reader to read the other parts, and I don't know many actors. Okay, I got you. So that way you can have like a response. That makes sense. My initial concern was just not being able to rely on this coach. Yeah, that's perfect, Kendra. I am doing well. I am enjoying a sunny day at home. Life has been crazy for me lately. I don't know if you guys know the story and the nightmare that I have been through lately, but we bought our house in January. We moved in before the end of the month, February. We started moving. We had a whole month to get stuff going, and we installed the floors ourselves. We just needed someone to come install quarter round and like the shoe molding. And the guy that came, he like not only did a horrible job and missed some spots, but he also like damaged like other parts of like our construction. So we basically have been living with our house in disarray for like, I don't know, 6 months probably. We have been sleeping in the living room for the last 3 months because we hired someone else to come fix the job and they no-showed. And it's a lot of work to get all of the furniture and everything out of the bedroom. So we've just all been like huddled up in like the kitchen and the living room for months and months and months. We've had about 10 to 15 consultations. We've had cancellations on us. We've had people come do a consult, say they'll get back to us with a price and never touch back with us again. I think we've had 2 no-shows actually. And then we had someone who finally was willing to do it. I know, we had someone who was finally willing to do it. And then we had to wait 2 months for them. And we went ahead and just put ourselves on their schedule. And then me and my boyfriend got COVID during that week that they were supposed to come. So then we had to postpone it again. And fortunately, they were able to work us within a couple of weeks of that original date. And that was this week on Wednesday. And finally, it's been done. We have not even been able to unpack our house. Like, it's been fucking crazy. So yeah, when you ask how I'm doing great, but I'm doing a lot. I'm unpacking our house. I'm prepping for a yard sale. I'm planning for the beach trip that we're going on in a couple of weeks. I am working. Like, it's nuts, man. It's been a crazy ride. Yeah. Like, when I kid you not, when I say we've texted, called, communicated, had in-person consultations with like 10 to 15 people, I'm not even joking, and all of them fell through. I just didn't realize it was going to be this much of a nightmare. When we first moved in, we thought, oh, okay, we'll get the floors done, everything will be done before we move in, like. And even the guy who messed up our house, like, damaged it and then didn't like finish everything correctly. We gave him less than what he asked for because we were just very unimpressed. And then we reached out to him a few months later and explained to him that we've talked to professionals. They said he did the job incorrectly and that, you know, we're not going to sit here and ruin his name or his reputation, but we do expect to get our money's worth back that we put into it. So all we asked was for him to refund the money. Hold on one second. Holy crap, my throat got so dry. All we asked for him was to refund the money. And he acted like he didn't know us. He was like, I've never been to your house before. Honestly, I probably will. But yeah, I sent him screenshots. I was like, I literally have a screenshot of you texting me saying you're here at my house. How have you never been here before? It was ridiculous. But yeah. So it's been stressful. You said you and I are in hustle mode this month. You aren't kidding, girl. I'm working like every single day. I can't remember the last day I had off. Such a scammer. Well, it was me and my sister here in the house. And the other thing is like, that's not even the whole story. Like, he was so unprofessional. He took about 15 personal calls while he was here. His phone was ringing off the hook. He was rushing through his work, and I kept hearing him on the phone, like, I'll be done soon. I'll be done soon. Then I can leave. Like, let me just stop calling me. Like, let me go ahead and just like finish this job. Blah 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 blah. And he like didn't walk us through the house to say, hey, does this look good? Like, how does everything look? Is there anything you want me to fix or adjust? He just was like, all right, I'm done. And he didn't even clean up his mess. I had to start cleaning it. And he was like, then he felt bad. And he's like, well, I mean, I can help. I was like, no, don't, just leave. Just leave my house. I was like, this is what I'm going to give you. And I said, when my boyfriend gets here, we'll talk about the rest. And he's like, oh yeah. Look, I'm not even worried about the money. And I was like, bye. He had someone that, he had someone personally. And Eliana, whenever you're ready, you can post your question. I don't know if you heard me. Big Leo energy, all this extra stuff we have to do to get a reading is ridiculous. There's thousands of readers on YouTube that give free readings. You're trying to make a living on YouTube like Tyler. Oh my gosh. Guys, we have a troll in here. And by the way, friend, I do give free readings. So joke's on you, homie. No, I speak here, sweetheart. Thank you. Oh, go ahead and attack him, guys. Feel free. I'm just not here for the drama. I'm above it. These people are crazy. No. I just put them in timeout. They can't talk for a few minutes, but you can feel free to say whatever you want to say. I speak. They can still see it. What kills me is that they're subscribing because like I have a timer where you can't talk for 5 minutes. Like if you are a new subscriber, you have to wait 5 minutes and be a subscriber for at least 5 minutes before you can talk in the chat. So like clearly they decided to subscribe to my channel just to be a troll. Makes no sense. Eliana is audio. My question is, I want to know why Jay is so quiet today. I speak. You just make me laugh. Okay, Spirit, can you please show me why Jay is so quiet today? Eliana wants to know what's going on. I know that it's out of the norm, Eliana, but out of the norm for them. I think that you guys communicate a little bit more, but I don't think that it's intentional. Like, I don't think it's a conscious thought to not communicate with you. Because I kind of see him like sitting back, relaxing, like doing his thing, going about his day, minding his own business, like not maybe realizing that you're noticing that he's more quiet. I think he's just kind of going about his day right now. Honestly, I don't think it's intentional. I just saw your comment. Y'all know he's been so good with communication, so of course I'm in my head like, what's wrong? I speak. I love it. But yeah, it doesn't seem, well, actually, I'm getting two things talking about nighttime. So I wonder if this means, let me look into this. This might mean he will communicate with you later today. Let's see if his energy's changed at all since we asked. Will Jay communicate with Eliana today? Okay, so I'm still getting no's. I'm still getting, it's not a yes. It's not a yes yet. Let's see. Why isn't he communicating with Eliana today? Why isn't he communicating with Eliana today? Okay, so 8 of Pentacles came up, work. 7 of Cups again? Why isn't Jay talking to Eliana today? So we did get the Hanged Man. This talks about like sacrifices being made, being occupied, kind of putting yourself out, burning yourself out a little bit. Like maybe he just has too many balls in like too many courts right now. Like he's got, laundry to do, and he's got his job, and he's just thinking about how much time he has when he gets off work. I think the thing is, Eliana, is that when he communicates with you, like what I'm getting from this is he wants to be able to dedicate attention to it, especially because I think that's kind of been a thing in the past for you guys where like you get frustrated, like he contacts you, then he's got to go, then he's got to talk to someone else. It's like, I think he wants to just make sure that he's going to have adequate time today. He just feels like pretty busy. He feels like he's got a lot of things that he's got to do. Maybe he has to go to grocery shopping or something. It just feels like his hours throughout today specifically are just being filled with a lot of other things. That's not to say that he can't like text you and be like, hey, I'm thinking of you. Oh, and as I say that, I get the lovers. That's not to say that he can't say like, hey, I'm thinking of you, like I miss you. It's just a kind of a hectic day for me. And like, honestly, he might. I just don't know if he's going to call you. I know that you guys usually FaceTime, but I feel like just dropping a little note or something like that would be good. Do you always, like every single time, do you rely on him to reach out, or like do you sometimes reach out and engage that way? Because I feel like if you mostly rely on him, sending him something like, hey, just thinking about you today, or was just thinking about you right now, and just wanted to tell you that, and like a cute emoji or something, like open-ended, not really requiring a response, but like he knows that like you're interested in engaging because you guys haven't communicated, I think would be kind of nice. Yeah, so like if you haven't been the one to be doing it lately, and like you want to leave the option open to communicate, it's like you never know, he might be like, yeah, shit, like I've been thinking about you a lot, it's just things have been kind of crazy for me today, I'm sorry I haven't gotten, communicated with you or whatever, or talked to you today. But I really feel like it kind of is, oh, you did yesterday. Yeah, I just feel like honestly, it just, the first thing that I heard in my mind was like unintentional. Like I really feel like he's stressing. We have the 5 of Pentacles, which talks about lacking financially. And I know that he's planning to come see you, I think it was. So like he could just be trying to figure out maybe how to rework his finances. Maybe he feels like he needs to work a little bit extra. I don't know, but something about this feels like he's really not doing this intentionally. It's not like anything in particular. He's just kind of going about his day. He's been feeling burnout with work. Yeah, I do have the 9 of Swords here. 9 of Swords talking about like lying awake at night. There's a lot of night imagery here. But it talks about like lying awake at night and stressing about it. And like, it's kind of crazy because like for me personally, I've never really understood that. I've never really understood like lying awake at night and worrying about life, stressing about life, stressing about finances, how you're going to pay this bill, that bill, whatever. I've just always been such a sound sleeper, and I'm like, the worries can happen during the day. Why would it happen before bed? But recently I have experienced that, and like now I can empathize on like a whole nother level of people who lie awake at night trying to understand like how they're going to do this or how they're going to do that. And it's kind of like the energy that he's in. I think he spends a lot of time like worried, wondering. I think that he as well as probably a lot of people are just kind of like, I'm ready to I'm ready for this season of like feeling stuck or stagnant to be over. And like that's kind of what I'm feeling for him is like he's kind of just he's done this dance, you know what I mean? He just feels almost like I almost see him as like a rat on a wheel, where it's like you're going, but like you don't feel like you're getting anywhere. That's kind of what it feels like for him. He's just like, I've done this dance, it's gone on long enough. Like, I'm ready to really reap these benefits here. And I feel like he's more in, he planted the seeds, he did the 7 of Pentacles, now he's in the 8 of Pentacles, but he's just ready for his 9 of Pentacles, if that makes sense. He's ready to reap the benefits of his hard work. I think he's just getting a little bit frustrated, a little bit impatient. And honestly, I don't feel like he really likes his job. And then so anything outside of work just also feels like an extra chore. Like, I need to go to the store. I need to get that. I need to get this. Like, you know what I mean? I need to call this bank. I need to blah, blah, blah. Like basically whatever is going on throughout his day just feels, it's just Groundhog's Day. I don't know. I'm like rambling now, but maybe that's him. Maybe that's his mind. Maybe that's how his mind is working right now. And I'm tapping into that. But it just feels like he truly is, like it literally has nothing to do with you. It doesn't feel like it has anything to do with you. Honestly, I don't even know if he's realized himself, like consciously, that he even has realized that like he's gone all day without talking to you. You said he just called. Oh my God, that's awesome. I'm so happy. Eliana, I don't even understand. He has to know that we're talking about him or like tapping into his energy or something, because I swear every single time you want him to call, you just get on one of my streams and you're like, he called. And that's happened with I Speak a couple of times too. It's crazy, man. But yeah, that's hopefully you can play back what I was saying. It just seems like it's not intentional. So let me know if you have any other questions about that. I'm going to go ahead and move on to Beauty. All right, so Beauty is a typed reading, not mentioning names. I have the question on the donation, and I'm going to go ahead and get started on that. All right, so you guys aren't going to hear from me for a few minutes. All right, Beauty. He's going to regret that decision. Let me tell you. Let me tell you what. Because I said specifically that he feels like if it's meant to be, it will have worked out. So he's going to come to realize that that's not what he wants. And that's why he's currently trying to figure out whether to exchange more energy in your direction or apply more efforts. Yeah. And that's okay. You said you realized it was like a typed session. Is that what it was? That's funny. Yeah, so the price list is on the screen and it's also in the description box. So we did, or I got a donation from you for typed, but that's okay. If you want it to be audio next time, now you know. I offer many different things. I have yes, no, just a regular question typed, regular question audio, and then I have in-depth typed, in-depth audio, and then also in-depth first-person channel messaging. Beauty, let me know if that helped answer your question. I hope that it did. Beautiful love, go ahead and post your question. So the reading that I did for you typed is about 1,000 characters. So for the in-depth, anywhere from 700 to 1,000 characters typed. And then when you do the in-depth, it's double that amount. I pull more cards for you. I will look into it deeper, things like that. And then as far as in-depth audio, it just means it's a longer reading, more cards. And sometimes I'll let people like ask an additional question, things like that. Absolutely, Beauty. And that's just for typed in audio session. Sometimes I don't do audio, I just do typed. So those prices will also be listed. And then if I do a camera stream, then those will also be listed. You know what I mean? So it's like different for every stream. And I make sure to put it in the description now to make it easy. You can also ask about a la carte add-on. So basically I have channeled message cards, and as long as you order a reading, you can get channeled messages added to your reading, and it's a la carte or a build a reading. So you can do, it starts at $5. So $5 for 5 cards, $6 for 6, 7 for 7, 8 for 8, etc. So on and so forth. And then also, if you guys are interested in becoming a Patreon member for guaranteed readings and exclusive content, you can also skip the line. If you become a Patreon member, you become VIP priority. So you can float your way to the top of the list by becoming a member. That means that anytime you come into the stream, it doesn't matter if I have 10 people on my donations and orders list. If you're a Patreon member, you get bumped to the top of the orders and donations list ahead of all non-members, so you won't have to wait as long. That's in my description if you guys are interested in checking it out. There's multiple tiers, and then even if you just want the perk of skipping the line, that's a minimum of $5. Plus, the more that my Patreon community grows, the more that I will put more content on there that will be exclusive to you, promotions that will be exclusive to you. And then also you'll get advance notice of any other like giveaways and things like that I'm doing. So it's all in good fun. If you're interested, that link is in the description at the top of the description box. I am ready for beautiful love whenever you are ready. Thanks again for donating, Beauty. I appreciate it. Beautiful Love says, I would like to know, how does my husband feel about our marriage now? Okay, perfect. So I will go ahead and look into that for you. Just a heads up, Beautiful Love, if you were interested in first person channeled message cards being added into this, I purchased 2 new decks. So if you are interested in having like first person messages directly from your husband added to this reading, you can do that if you're interested. $5 for 5 cards, 6 for 6, 7 for 7, 8 for 8, so on and so forth. But if you are not interested in that, we'll go ahead and just answer your question. I just wanted to let you know that that was an option. All right, so Spirit, can you please tell me? Okay, Beautiful Love, just donate however many cards you want, basically. Beautiful Love, I would like to know, how does hubby feel about our marriage now? All right, so we're going to do an extra 5 cards for you. I would like to know, how does hubby feel about our marriage now? How does husband feel about the marriage? Hey Ashley, welcome in. Our free list is closed for the day, but you're more than welcome to donate if you're interested. All right. Ooh, okay, so we have some fiery energy. It seems like you guys still have that chemistry with one another. So I feel like on some subconscious level, your husband is trying to grow more, heal the hurt. I feel like they are loyal to you as well. I feel like they're someone that you can trust when it comes to your heart, when it comes to your love. They see you as their family roots, their home, their peace, their comfort. And they do intuitively feel you as well. I see them on the conscious level. They're going through a transformation here, maybe facing fears, feeling like almost like an existential enlightenment, or an existential it's like they're just trying to kind of go within and see, like, what kind of person do I want to be? What kind of person do I want to become? And what kind of legacy do I want to leave behind? Now, House 10 is very significant here in this reading, which talks about structure, accomplishments, career, discipline, life mission. So I feel like he's almost in this very opposite. Like, I'm almost seeing like yin and yang. He's trying to go from what he was to what he wants to be, and it's like a very grand, almost a 180 change. Like, it's like it almost feels like a very extreme difference, because he wants to be someone that he can be proud of. So I feel like he does feel like you're that backbone. You're someone who can help him get there. You said it's been rocky. Yeah, so it's like he's really going through this period of relying on his inner knowing, going within, maybe kind of hermiting out a little bit, because I think that he's realizing like he is the creator of his reality. He has made these choices that has led him to where he is. And I think that he's thinking to himself, something's really got to change. So there's that soul searching going on right now, where he's trying to gain that inner knowledge. I think he is trying to be more supportive, more structured, more stable, just like overall more disciplined. I feel like what I'm seeing is just a bettering of himself, and I feel like he truly feels that you are helping him do that. Um Now, when I was talking about chemistry, we have the house 5 fire in sextile, so I'm getting that there is passion on multiple levels. There's still that chemistry. There's like a desire for maybe children. I don't know if you guys have kids, but children is here pretty strong. And I feel like after they go through a period of maybe hermiting out, that's like the verb I'm going to use, hermiting out, they'll realize that they need to be a little bit more positive, because I feel like they've been in a pessimistic type of energy. There could have been like a lot of tension between you guys, but at the same time, like, tension isn't a bad thing. Tension and flow is also good. Releasing is also good. And I think that that's why they call it sexual tension, because there's a lot of stuff that's been unresolved between you guys, but it's bringing you back together in this very like poetic way. But generally speaking, he still feels like there is potential here. He's always thinking that you're nagging. I think that what's happening is that you're holding up a mirror to him and you are letting him see maybe his flaws, but not in a way to where you're like, you are your flaws. You're just saying you are not your flaws, but these are your flaws. And maybe it's time to shine a light on them and figure out what we need to do to work forward. And it's like things are starting to come up to the surface that like he's been able to maybe repress or push down. And the more you quote unquote nag him, the more he's realizing he now has to face these things. And so by saying you're nagging is more of a projection of him not wanting to recognize these things in himself. So yeah, but like I said, overall the ending here is saying that like there is potential. There is still that chemistry here. And overall, I feel like he really is trying to better himself as well. It could also be your environment. I remember you asked a yes or no question regarding moving. So keep that in mind, that sometimes environments, actually, not sometimes, it's feng shui. Environments really do play a part in our mental peace. And so if you feel like your environment could be toxic, or maybe it's just too cluttered, possibly. Maybe there's just too many people or too much going on, or maybe it's just not a good vibe. I feel like that could also play a part in it. How does Beautiful Love's husband truly feel about their marriage now? So when it comes to how he's feeling, he's really not focusing on the marriage as something that has to be worked on. He's looking at it as himself. He feels like he's something that has to be worked on. I feel like I would urge you to encourage him to talk things through if he feels like he needs it. Because he really feels like he needs to lean on you and rely on you, but I feel like sometimes that could feel like a punching bag. Like you could feel like, because in some indirect way, it tells you that this person trusts you. I see what you're saying, Beautiful Love. That he trusts you enough to like take things out on you. Like he feels like your relationship is so stable that he can be this way with you. It's not good, but you can at least take that in knowing, because he's not going to talk this way to someone who he doesn't love, who he doesn't trust, who he doesn't, I don't know. He just has this security with you where he feels like he can, if he needs to get frustrated, he can feel safe to do that in your space with you there. Now, it's never good to be attacked directly. It's never good to feel like a punching bag. It's never okay either. And the fighting, I'm sure, is just like a lot for you, but I feel like he's kind of going through his own ego death. Now, he still sees potential with you in the relationship. I'm not saying like he feels like he's leaving or anything like that, but I do feel like it's very possible that he's going to go and he may already be there, but in a very retreating type of energy, like I said, hermiting out, where he's going to kind of backtrack. It's going to concern you because you're going to wonder, what's going on, what he's thinking, but it's more like a growth process for him. Could be doing an ego death shedding type of thing where he just feels like he needs to better himself. And that's not okay, beautiful love. And I kind of was getting that, like, you were feeling a bit of a punching bag. Like, you were kind of just like, okay, well, if you feel so good with me, if you feel so safe with me, if you trust me so much and you love me so much, then why am I the direct, like, into the direct line of your anger? And like I said, that's not okay. But I do also want you to understand that, like, he does feel safe to do that around you because he wouldn't do that to someone else who he didn't feel secure with. So it's kind of like this catch-22 situation where it's like you have to decide what you feel is best. But at the same time, he probably has trauma, beautiful love. He probably has other shit that he's got to work through. Like, he is having to come to the realization that he is where he is because of the choices that he's made. And I think that he is having a very hard time trying to face that shit. So yeah, like as I said before, just know that he is going through this period of like really just trying to get his head on straight. I feel like he needs to feel safe to tell you what's really going on. Because it's like anger is easy, but why is there so much anger? Anger is easily expressed, but why is there so much anger? There's some shit deep down suppressed that he is not communicating. People aren't just angry just because they're angry, an angry person. Like, there is a reason for it, and maybe he needs therapy. Maybe he needs to go to some kind of counselor or something like that. But it's also not your responsibility to completely take the brunt of his anger at the same time. So it's kind of like this balance that needs to be figured out between the two of you. I feel like he's not telling you everything, and it's like, why is he still around? Why is he still with you if he's mad at you all the time? It doesn't really make sense. It feels like it's more something going on with him. So I hear heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly, discuss your feelings with one another. I guess take that however you will. It seems like it's just a very toxic time right now for you to try to have conversations. Like, you just want to get back to that loving energy. You don't want to get back to the, you don't want to stay in this energy for long. But Spirit is saying heart-to-heart conversations, and maybe that's for him. Maybe he needs to have a heart-to-heart conversation with a therapist, or maybe you guys need to go to marriage counseling or something. I'm not sure. It's just, I almost feel like he just needs to get out and get away. He is forgiving and learning. He's releasing and healing the past. I remember we had a card that said hurt and heal, and he's releasing and healing the past. He's experienced so that he can experience more love in the present moments. Yeah, he's got some deep shit that he's got to go through. Like, he's got to sort it all out. And also, he probably was never taught how to regulate his emotions, so he just lashes out in anger. That's likely something that he was taught when he was younger, or due to an experience is how he learned how to behave or react to situations through conditioning. So I would say that, yeah, I would say he's just got some stuff to unpack, and it's not necessarily your burden to bear with that. Now, when it comes to you, I still feel some love. I definitely feel like he still sees the potential and he still feels chemistry with you. But is that enough? I don't know. So we specifically have the retreat card here, which I told you he was going to be hermiting a little bit. He wants to disconnect from the world, and he wants to clear his energy right now. Yeah, that's a bit mentally and emotionally abusive, beautiful love. That's what it kind of feels like to me. He's just lashing out in anger. And I mean, it's like I said, it's not your burden to bear. You shouldn't have to constantly like expose yourself to that. Messages from hubby to beautiful love, please. Messages from hubby to beautiful love. All right, so he's saying, I hide my feelings. I hide my feelings from you. I did see that someone was wearing a false mask in this connection, so it feels like it's him if he's not telling you everything. He is also on the outward like expression. He's like in his mind, he knows this is on him, but how he expresses it to you is that it's your fault. Like I see, will you ever make things right? Like, are you ever going to make things right with me? And it's like he's putting the blame on you, which is not okay. I feel like you guys you're never on the same page. He says, we don't share the same values. Like, we're not on the same page. We don't have the same opinions. We don't approach things the same way. We're very different people. So I am getting like him saying like he feels let down. He also doesn't feel financially stable, which to a lot of men, their masculine energy calls them to be the provider, and he could be having low confidence as well. He feels committed to you, but he feels like he can't talk to you. He feels like he can't reach out. He's like, I can't do this. I can't reach out. I can't communicate with you. Like, he does feel blocked. He too wishes that you guys can go back to a more loving time, but that's not realistic. It's like you guys have to heal what you've got going on right now. So yeah, he says, I want to go back. I wonder how you feel. He does have trouble with intimacy. I see. I have trouble with intimacy. He needs security is what he said. I need more security. He just like relies on you to be a lot of like ways for him to express his emotions. But like I said, it's not fair to you if you're always in the direct line of fire, like that's not okay. Beautiful love. I hope that answered some of your questions there. Thank you for donating. I'm actually going to wrap up this stream. I always say I'll be back later on today, but I never really know like exactly what I'm doing. But my hope is to be back later on tonight. So if you guys are interested, make sure you turn on your notifications. Make sure you stay subscribed, and I will see you guys later.